Now that's horsepower right there. And yeah, not really. Thought I would do a little video of doing some Seafoam treatment on the Kia. Gonna go camping, and it's been about 6 months or a year since I gave the old 1.8 2004 Kia engine a Seafoam treatment, so we'll go to the garage and grab the stuff real quick. Pardon the wind. It's a big old 2-ton. Wife's little Toyota. I gotta replace the speedo on that. It's gonna be fun. Need to replace all the brake stuff on that thing too, but that'll be when I have more money to spend. Anyway, here's our can of aerosol Seafoam spray. It's got this neat little bent kajigger I'll show you how we use here in a minute. So let me grab something sharp. And let's see here. Yeah. Okay, well, we know which knife isn't sharp. Good enough, I guess. Lid. So the instructions on this thing say to shoot it with about half a can, if I remember correctly from the last time I did this, but we'll take just all that guy in there and go over to the toolbox. Put our utility knife away because we like to clean up as we go. We like to. Let's see here. I guess we can grab one of our fancy Craftsman Professional instead of one of these not professional screwdrivers. Whatever. And we'll go over to the car. How many minutes do we have here? 26 minutes. Sweet. Got lots of time to screw around the car. So this video will be applying the can, giving it the treatment, the initial spraying, and all that fun stuff. And I'll put up another video of purging it 15 minutes later, like the instructions say to do. So what it tells you to do on the can is to take off your air going into the throttle body. Take off your hose. And looks like I need both hands to do it, so pop this sucker loose. There we go. That's my CTR inlet right there. But you don't want to spray this stuff in before your mass airflow sensor there, because if you jet Seafoam into that thing from the filter, you're going to destroy it, and that's an expensive part to have to replace. Mass airflow sensor is a extremely delicate instrument. It measures grams or atoms of airflow into the engine to tell the computer how much fuel to add. But I'm sure most of you smart people already knew that. Anyway, instructions also say you want to be roughly 1/4 of an inch away from the throttle plate. With this straw here, that's why I'm adjusting this black thing that you use to angle it. Throttle plate. You see that butterfly in there. That's the throttle plate moving. So you want to have your tip of your pipe about 1/4 of an inch away from it. Set that there, maybe you can kind of see what I'm doing. Yeah, it'd be kind of a pain bending the straw around. So I could back it up just a little bit. Yeah, that's roughly 1/4 of an inch. They tell you that this is gonna best aerosolize the mixture. Back out the screw some more. Yeah, you stick that in there like that. Then you put your hose back on it so the car thinks everything's normal until you start spraying this stuff in there, and then it tries to stall. Because what do you know, this crap doesn't burn very well. Here we go. There's really no need to tighten that screw up. It's just going to try to break the plastic around there. It'll suck in a little dirty air, but no big deal. By the way, this Spectra filter I have on here, I bought this thing from a buddy. This is a gutter pipe adapter fitting I got at Lowe's to make this thing fit. Then I just yanked the top of the original air box off and yanked the air hose off of here. I'm really not sure how all the routing is on this car, but it has picked up a little bit since I replaced this filter as compared to the stock one, as far as taking off the line. Not that I'm drag racing this thing or anything like that, but unfortunately it's just drawing in all sorts of hot air from the engine. So I really don't think it's doing me anything mileage wise. I need to figure out how to enclose this thing the right way and pull in the air from a cold source. But all you tuner guys out there, you already know about that stuff, so shut up, get back to the video. Anyway, set that in there, start the car real quick. The thing that filter does do is it makes a lot of noise. So here's my throttle right here. What we gotta do, we gotta rev up the RPMs as we spray this stuff, otherwise the car will stall. You stall the car with Seafoam, you'll hydrolock it, and then you gotta pull out the plugs and purge it all out of there, and you risk bending a rod when you do that. Nobody wants to bend a rod. So I'm gonna set the camera down, start shooting this crap in there, and then I'll move the camera to the exhaust pipe so you can see all the smoke. Blasted a whole bunch of that stuff in there. I gotta hold the throttle open. If I let this thing go, it'll stall. That ought to be about safe there. We'll back it out slowly, make sure we don't stall. Yeah, it's not liking that much. Anyway, we'll set this camera over here, try to keep it out of the wind so you can see what little bit of smoke pours out the back of it. And I do believe you can see what's going on there. So, back in a few. So use probably about 3/4 of that can. It doesn't make a whole lot of difference, but I'm gonna pop this line off of here and we're gonna let it soak for 15 minutes. Look at my phone here. It is 5:30, so 5:45 we'll come back, start it up, and we'll give it a purge. So, see you on part 2.